This is an overview of the final lab assignment for this semester, and it is to do a 3-page Google document research paper on a biology discovery news story that was published in the last year, and to do a 5-minute presentation on that discovery. Information about this assignment can be found in the Labs menu. Down at the bottom, click on Biology News Story. You are going to be tasked with finding one biology discovery news story that was reported in the last year. Note, no Ebola stories will be allowed. In preparation for your 5-minute oral presentation, which will start December 3rd and continue through December 9th, your Google document, which will be shared with me, will be due at 7 a.m. Wednesday, December 3rd. Your Google document must have 3 pages at 1.5 line spacing, 12-point font, 1 inch top, bottom, and side margins. It must have a summary and explanation of the new discovery. It must say how the discovery relates to something we learned this semester, and it must say why it matters to you or us, why it's important. It must also include 2 bits of prior knowledge that the scientists used to make their discovery. You can find many prior knowledge studies that are referred to in the introduction section of the original published paper. Note, make sure you can find and access for free the original published paper before you spend time writing your paper. If you can't get access to the original published paper for free, find a different news story to write about. Now, you also need to have at the bottom of your paper 2 web references and them noted in the bibliography. And this is how you do a citation for the bibliography for a web page. All right, now below that, the details of what needs to be in your Google document are websites for general science news stories. And below that are search engines for searching for original published papers, if you know the scientist's name or the name of the study. And below that are a number of websites that publish original scientific papers, usually in PDF form, for free. All right, I'm going to go to Scientific American, and I'm going to open it up in a new tab. This link for Scientific American will take you to their biology section. Scientific American is a magazine that has stories about science discoveries and science-related articles. It doesn't have the original published papers, but it will tell you about these new discoveries, or will have stories that relate to science. Now, this first item here is a 60-second podcast for their online podcast. Let's see if it's a new discovery. Let me open it up. And it talks about a new study. Yes, it is a new discovery. And it has a link to something about the new study. So let's just follow the link. Yep, let's click on that link. And it takes me to this website, and they have an abstract of the paper. When scientists write a paper describing their discovery, they will put a little summary of it called an abstract at the beginning of the paper, and oftentimes the science-related websites have the abstract. Let's see if I can get access to the full article. No, the full article isn't here. Let me click on this Adobe icon. All right. And it says, to view this item, select one of the options below. You can purchase short-term access for just $10 or purchase site access for $25. Don't do that. Find a news story that you can get access to a scientific paper for free. So I'm going to choose a different news story. Let me go back to Scientific American. Let me see if this is a discovery. Now, some of these stories in Scientific American are just general science stories, and they don't have anything to do with a new discovery. Let's see if this article right here is about a new discovery. I'm opening it up, and let's see. This is about Siberian tigers being affected by some kind of virus. And here's reference to a study. According to a study published October 29 in PLOS One, let me click on this link and see if it'll take me there. Okay, so this is another website. They have the abstract. Let's see if they have the full paper here. Yes, they do have the full paper. This is the introduction section, which would be like the prior knowledge section of your lab reports. So this is generally how a scientific paper will look. They'll have the title of their study. They'll have all the names of all the scientists who were part of the study. And then below that, they'll have the abstract, the summary of their study. And then below that, they'll have information about who they are and what organizations or colleges they work at or companies they work for. And then below that will be the introduction section. That's the prior knowledge section. And that will have all of the prior knowledge information that they use to come up with the design of their study and to help them plan and carry out their study and to help them research how to plan and carry out their study. So this right here is a bit of prior knowledge, and that's what's found in a previous study, and you can find the authors of that previous study by clicking this little one icon, and it will take me down to the bottom. And so that previous study was done by Jay Walston and a bunch of other scientists. The only thing you need to put is the first author's name and the year that previous study was published. So what you would do would be to copy that sentence right here, and then after that, in parentheses, put that first scientist's name and the year that was published. And you would put that in your lab report down at the bottom in a section called Prior Knowledge Studies. These right here will, these are search engines for finding published papers. If you just know the names of the scientists or you know some keywords for their study, you can use one of these search engines that will search for the published papers online. And then these are also websites that have original published papers online for free. So let me just go back to the this web page and see if there's anything else here you might want to see. Oh, down here at the bottom are links to two online research tools, Zoho Notebook and Scribble, and then there's a link to the video that shows you how to use them. But this video that describes the overview of your biology news report project is now terminated.